Hello, 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 Sir David the Bard. By special request, I'm coming to you from the moon. It took me a little while to get up here, but I'm here now, and it's one giant jump for David, Sir David the Bard, and no advancement for humankind at all. I see Neil's footprints here, and I just took a little brush and I erased them. Screw him. I'm going to have Bard prints up here. So anyway, just a little video coming to you from the moon. 10-4, 10-4. This is the Bard. Houston, this is the Bard. Do you hear me? Screw you. I'm here now. I don't give a shit about any of you. I'm just going to eat the potato chips and Coke that I brought. Get off the phone. Get off the microphone. Alright, anyway, I wanted to do, I've been thinking about this gay situation again because my little daughter, as you know, is lesbian. And, you know, those of you that argue that it's a learned sexual style, I haven't seen it. Now, my Abigail never played with dolls. From the moment she was born, they were available to her. Her sister played with dolls. Her mother, everybody that was a female played with dolls. Abigail didn't. Well, as Abigail grew up, she wanted to do combat shit. She wanted to be taekwondo, bombardier of a B-52. She always wanted masculine things to do. And then when she got in 7th grade or so, she says, "Dad, I hate being a girl. I'd rather be a boy." That should have been a tip-off to me right there. And then I tried to encourage her to be a girl because I had no idea that she was gay. I had suspicion. She has a deep voice. She didn't make that up. You know, that's not a choice. She didn't hang around a whole bunch of bass players and bass singers, and she learned to have a bass voice. She was born that way. She was born that way. And today, her little baby sister, Allison, got out of the car to visit some cousins, and her underwear, Allison's underwear, was showing because her pants were too low in the back. And Abigail yelled at her and says, "Pull your damn pants up. You're not a stud." Allison pulls her pants up. Okay. So anyway, the signs were there. I didn't know they were signs. I'm 66. I've never dealt with lesbians that I know of. Well, one of my wives was a lesbian. God. Anyway, I'm not going into that story. Sandra, Genevieve, if you see these videos, your mom's a lesbian, always has been. Anyway, here's where I'm going with this video. People will say over and over again how terrible it is to have 2 men raising children or 2 women raising children. Well, here's what I say, okay? How many divorced women go to live with their mom and they have 2 or 3 little kids, and you have 2 women raising children? Now, just because they have the name daughter and mother, that doesn't change anything. Are they having sex together? I don't know. Probably not. Are they sleeping in the same bed? Maybe. Maybe. Those kids seem to come out pretty normal. What about a father and a son? I visited a guy the other day, had his father living with him, and the father was aged, and the son was taking care of the father. Is that an evil thing? They have children, and the children are abnormal? No. So, you know, there's the sky is falling kind of a mentality that's going on. You have a lot of humans that just don't have any brains. They're just barely above the animal level. And whatever you say to them, they take in and then they repeat. They take in and they repeat. They don't have any ability to consciously make decisions. Other people make their decisions for them, and so they're prejudiced and hateful and stupid. So, I don't know, 2 men raising a child and 2 women raising a child. I've got 1 degree in sociology. I don't see any differences. I really don't. Parents don't have sex in front of their children, gay or heterosexual. And children who are gay, like I have a gay daughter, that doesn't make me gay. Doesn't make my Allison gay. It makes a lesbian. Abigail is that way. She's born that way. It doesn't affect anybody else. She lives in the house just like everybody else. She eats, drinks, goes to school, gets very good grades, A's in school, has friends. She's just driving me a few minutes ago, 2 or 3 hours, and perfect little driver. These are just normal human beings. It just happens that they don't have the same sexual inclinations as the majority of the population. That doesn't, it makes them different, but it doesn't make them deficient or in any way, we used to call it deviant sexual behavior. That word's not used much anymore anywhere. But anyway, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I'm not trying to make you gay. I'm trying to make you lesbian. You know, the dentist and I the other day were having a big long talk. He's Mormon, good Mormon, you know. He and I were having a talk, and he and I were saying about the lesbian or the gay people trying to draw us into the gay population. Now, first of all, I'm not sure any gay man wants my body. most heterosexual girls don't. So anyway, he looked at me and I looked at him and I said, you know what? We like vaginas. We are not going to go after an erection. He says, you're right there. I said, then what's everybody say? Oh, they're going to pull over people. They're going to get kids pulled over. It's not going to happen. Now, there's a population type. Bisexuals. Now, bisexual could go either way. They could go lesbian, gay, or they could go, you know, asexual. Who knows? But that's the only population that's going to be drawn to either one of the sexual orientations. The rest of the people who are gay are going to stay gay. The rest of the people who are lesbians, they're going to stay lesbians. So this recruiting idea is bullshit too. And a mom and a daughter, or just two girls that just want to share a house and expenses, and one has 1 or 2 kids. Is that an evil thing because there's no man in the house? Same way with the men. Let's say that 2 guys, you know, played on the football team, and they wanted to share an apartment, and one of the guys has custody of his boy or his girl. That's an evil thing? See, prejudiced people, hateful, vengeful people can't see it. Someone has said to them, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, so they scream, the sky is falling, to the newspapers and to the courts. And here we've had, you know, gay marriage go on for, well, who knows, 2 years now, in 17 or 18 states allowing it. And the world has not fallen down on its face, and there hasn't been the sky is falling emergencies that everyone said were going to happen. It's just like the blacks. When the blacks voted, everyone said, oh my God, the blacks are voting, the whole world is going black. Well, it didn't. Blacks are 12% of the population. They stay that percentage pretty closely. Now we have a black president. It's not the end of the world. So those of you that are old and are prejudiced, I hope you die. Those of us who are young and unprejudiced, you know, life goes on. Life goes on. So anyway, 2 women raising a kid or 2 men raising a kid happens all the time, all over the world. And we don't see any damage. And as a BYU social worker trained at BYU, I'm telling you, I don't see any differences. I don't see any differences at all. So anyway, take that for what it's worth. Thanks.